Welcome to today's live video where I'm diving into the dynamic world of ephemeral content and its game-changing impact on user engagement. If you're eager to unlock the secrets behind captivating your audience in just 24 hours, then you're in the right place. Stick around as we explore the power of disappearing stories, snaps, and fleets and discover how you can leverage them to skyrocket your brand's presence and influence. Let's embark on this exciting journey together. Welcome to Content Creators Connect. Here we are all about encouraging the 3 C's: connecting with others via video, content development that builds your personal brand, and we are creators sharing our experiences despite our distance.
And the C3 member leading the content this evening is Mr. Manny, also known as Coach Manny. He is coaching us in the world of social media marketing, as well as pursuing his passion for streaming true crime.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Before I dive into the content, I have a question for you. What's your favorite platform for consuming ephemeral content? You know, that content that does not stay up there longer than 24 hours. How do you think each of these platforms, their unique features that impact user engagement? What is your thought process on it? Do you ever even think about it? Do you even have a favorite?
Actually, yes, I do because of the mobile experience. So, those that cater to having your phone and just something to quickly scroll through. So, definitely Instagram is one of my go to type of places for that type of content. And of course, YouTube and with their shorts going on now as well. So, those are sort of my two go to places. I know that some of the other platforms do have it, but there's just so many places to consume content these days that you could just spend hours and hours and hours of just consuming. So being able to create to try and capture that audience definitely takes a lot. And I'm looking forward to what you're going to be presenting today to find out how can we capture that attention for that 24-hour period.
I appreciate that very much so. And through this, here's what I'm guessing is going to happen. And you let me know at the end. I think at the end you're going to have a better understanding of what ephemeral content is and how businesses, brands, personal brands are able to utilize this. And that's going to be my goal. So I look forward to hearing exactly what your thought process is coming into trying to, learning about it, understanding what you do know, and then a little step further, like, okay, what do you think other brands can use this for? So I look forward to that.
And before we continue on, we just want to say hey to Dory. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to make it back in time for our live stream tonight, but I know that she's going to be watching and chiming in. So, hello, Miss Dory. We
Hello,
miss you.
Dory. Yes, for
So,
sure.
what Manny is about to go into, if this is the type of content that you'd like to see more of, please consider hitting that subscribe button and that little notification bell so that you will get notified when we go live.
That's right. My friends, I'm super excited to share this with you because it's not every day you hear about ephemeral content. And honestly, back when it was trending, it's been trending for a few years now. I used to struggle even how to pronounce ephemeral. And so it was an acquired taste for that particular word. But what exactly is ephemeral content? And that's exactly what we're going to be diving into. And I want to share with you how you're able to use this in your business or in your brand. But in short content, ephemeral content refers to that short-lived multimedia content that disappears after a certain period of time, generally 24 hours, right? You've seen that. Snap has it. Snapchat, if you even use Snap. I'm not a Snap user, but as you guys know, I also coach a team of over 45 kids, and a lot of them use Snap. And a lot of them are always taking that picture, sharing something, and it's gone in 24 hours. You don't have access to it anymore. Well, there's other places, maybe you know, maybe you don't know, and I will share a little so you can get an idea of what I mean by that. Let me bring that up. So, if you've ever been on Facebook, I'm still learning how to use this crazy browser. I started using this browser that is great for Mac users, but again, I'm still learning how to use it. But let me share this with you as I swipe this over here. Oh, my presentation's kind of in the way there. Let's make sure I still have that there. So I'm gonna bring the Facebook profile over just so you guys can see this a little bit more. So right out of the gate, prime real estate. These videos right at the very top on Facebook. Good buddy Rob Reed, he put this up. He was obviously at the fitness. Now, I'm going to hit a love. He's going to see that love, but that is not going to it's only going to be up for 24 hours. All right? Then it's going to take me over to the next one of that prime real estate. All right? Cool touch graphics. So obviously it's St. Patty's Day, as you can see, with Kevin all dressed up, but that's prime real estate. It's the first thing that people see when they go to their Facebook profile. It's also part of Instagram stories, right? You can share it to Instagram, you can share it on here. Now, on YouTube, they don't have that 24-hour period yet. All right. And I'm going to share with you the different platforms that do have that. But at one time, I know that that was probably something that was going to be in the future, but it's basically disappearing content. It's there 24 hours later, it's not there. And so let me get back to my presentation here. All right. So I just wanted to give you a feel for what that is so that you have a better understanding exactly what that is. All right, so it's short-lived multimedia content and it disappears after a short period of time. And so you're talking about when it comes to Instagram stories, Facebook stories, Snapchat, and it's called snaps, like taking a snap, quick shot of something, right? You have Twitter that has fleets, and so they have it as well. So really, those are the main platforms that you'll find it on. But how do you use it, right? Well, we're going to definitely dive into that as well. But when you're stopping, you think about the different ways. Okay, so you have a business, you have a brand, you got to think about what you can do. You see, businesses like to take advantage of this 24-hour lifespan of stories. Why? Well, they get to create that fear of missing out. All right. They get to, leave a sense of urgency that their followers want to take advantage of. And so with that, what else can they be doing? And I'm going to go a little deeper, but you can, when you're following people that are doing things like this, they're doing behind the scene glimpses of setting up a video or setting up at work or doing something or an exclusive offer or a very time limited promotion that encourage users to stay engaged. And so we're going to get a little deeper into that, but those are some different main points about the ephemeral content. So as I was sharing, you got Instagram stories that you can do, where it's going to allow users to share photos and videos, but again, it's going to vanish after 24 hours. And you have features like you can add stickers, you can do polls, you can do swipe up links that are interactive, right? They can swipe up in order to go to a website or order to shop and go do something. You've seen that if you've been on these platforms or if you've used it, and maybe you let us know in the comments if you are utilizing any of this yourself in your business, or if you see other businesses engage in that way. So let us know in the comments. We definitely want to hear about it. But if you're on Instagram stories, this is ideal for showcasing behind the scenes moments, product teasers, time sensitive offers. Again, fear of missing out, FOMO. Then you also have Snapchat, a snap. Now, maybe you know this, but Snapchat, they're the pioneers of ephemeral content. Snapchat started this 24-hour stuff, if I remember correctly. Okay, so they are, but again, I'm not a user of Snap. Yes, I probably have some old account that I don't use anymore, but you will find with that they started this whole ephemeral content with its disappearance snaps, right? The snaps are only there for 24 hours. And so this gives you also the ability to offer a wide range of creative tools having Snap. All right. There's different filters that people have fallen in love with, different what they call lenses for users to personalize their content. All right. So keep that in mind as well. But it is popular among younger demographics for its authenticity and real time communication. So if you are targeting the younger generation, right, with a particular product, maybe you're an influencer and your target is the younger generation. So this is a great opportunity for you to do that. So keep that in mind with this as well. All right. You also have Facebook stories. All right, with Facebook stories, this is similar to Instagram stories, Facebook stories. It offers a way to share ephemeral content within the Facebook ecosystem. All right, now obviously, if you have them tied together, you can share one profile and it's going to be on another profile. But that way, the people who are on Facebook get to absorb this piece of content from Facebook, okay? So it's key in that process as well. All right. So one of the great things about the Facebook stories, it also integrates with Messenger, right? They're a Facebook Messenger. And so this makes it convenient for users to engage with friends and followers with what they're offering. Again, it's a 24-hour thing, right? But it is another great way to share that love with your audience, which is a key thing, right? Because what is your focus? Engagement. Get your audience engaged. That's one of the biggest factors. If you want more people to see your social media stuff, get engagement. You got to have an audience, right? You got to put the content out there that attracts the audience. That's key. This is one of those ways that once you start getting the audience, then you can work on getting them engaged. So think about that for a second. I think that is important. Okay. So with it being there, that's what's great about Facebook stories because it integrates with Messenger and things like that to get a closer connection with the end user. Now, another thing about the Facebook story, it's going to provide businesses with an additional channel to do what? To connect with your audience and drive conversions. What do you want them to do next? Right? So this is the same thing. This like that call to action. It's going to help you get them closer to that end result that you're trying to achieve. So it's key that you keep that in mind. And then you are talking about Twitter fleets. Okay. Again, Snapchat started this whole thing and then everyone else jumped on board. All right. If you recall in the early days after Snapchat, but Instagram, when they started going through all those different channels, Okay. So once they started it, then the other platforms started following. And Instagram was one of the first ones that started changing their whole platform to almost like to start cheating and grabbing some of the Instagram stuff. Now they're trying to be like TikTok, right? But how the world turns, right? So now you got Twitter fleets. All right. If you're a Twitter user, I am a big Twitter user. I did a Facebook Live today and I had like 360 I sorry, a YouTube, and on multi platforms, right? It's on Twitter, it's on Facebook, but I did a YouTube, a whole live broadcast, and out of 340 live viewers, about 244 were at Twitter. So Twitter's perfect for me. But I know a lot of people are not on Twitter. I get it. But if you are in a business where people want to know what's going on right now, like true crime, then Twitter is definitely something you need to be on. If you are in an ever evolving world of type of marketing, business, Twitter is a definite go to. You know, there are some that I've found that, man, Twitter does seem hard for that industry to grow. But now, Twitter's take on ephemeral content, which is their fleets, it allows users to share tweets, photos, and videos. But again, it's going to disappear after 24 hours. And so the whole goal around Twitter fleets, it's aimed at encouraging more casual and fleeting conversations on the platform. So they're trying to aim to get you engaged for those quick 24 hours. All right. So with Twitter fleets, it offers a less permanent way for users to share their thoughts and experiences. All right. As opposed to the other ones. So something to keep in mind through that whole process when you're thinking about all these different platforms and what you should use and what you shouldn't use. All right, so I think that this is key in there with this whole thing that you're doing. All right, so now let's talk about how businesses, how they can leverage ephemeral content for their brand or their business in general, right? So number one, authentic storytelling. This is important when it comes to me, marketing is a lot of storytelling. A lot of storytelling. Now, ephemeral content, it offers businesses the opportunity to showcase their brand personalities a little more authentically and spontaneously. Let's be real, that's one of the things we like about this stuff is like, what is that quick spontaneous thing about this brand, right? And another great thing about this, being authentic with your storytelling, you can share behind the scenes type of glimpses into your world, product demonstrations, any employee takeovers that are taking over your Snap, your Instagram, your Facebook, to humanize your brand and build that stronger connection with your audience. Show that there's a real person behind this brand. So that helps create that authentic storytelling. Okay? Something to keep in mind there. All right. And another way that brands can use this is, if I can get there, and that's not my last one, right? Or did I finish? And I didn't finish. So for some reason it stopped on me. Let's see. Yeah, I know I wasn't done. I don't know why it stopped scrolling on me. Oops, don't do that. So why is it stopping there? Am I not going to the edge enough? All right, that's weird. All right, let me go to the, there we go. I'll use that. So, limited time offers and promotions that you can do with ephemeral content. Businesses, they like to use this type of content to create that sense of emergency by promoting those limited time offers. As I was sharing earlier, you can have flash sales. A buddy of mine, the treat box guy, he was having this this little promotion for, it was about 3 days. It was a great promotion. He does these treat boxes, which I took advantage of the promotion. But this is a great idea. He's having a very limited deal, right? He's offering, it was like 33%, 29% off, 30% off, something like that off of his regular price. It was a great deal. So for that limited time, he could have had right now for the next 24 hours, here is your exclusive discount that you can get. Use this code, right? This is a short period of time. He was only having the sale for a few days. It wasn't a long thing, right? But by emphasizing this temporary nature of this content and the discount and the offer, that's where he can encourage his followers to take immediate action. What's it going to do then? It's going to drive more traffic. Is it going to drive more sales? But it's a conscious effort. You got to think about doing these things and then you got to do it. So, with that, that's what helps drive that next call to action, that next step in whatever process you're going in. And so, with that, what is next? Well, what if you want to give them some sneak peeks into the products that's coming out, right? Have a little tease of what you're about to offer. This is perfect for teasing any upcoming product launches that you may be having or be doing. Or maybe you want to provide some sneak peeks of some new offerings that you're going to be doing. This is a great way to do that. And so businesses, this is a great way to generate that excitement and anticipation, within the audience by sharing these teaser videos, any photos, any behind the scenes footage leading up to the launch, right? That little awareness of what is coming up. But again, it's limited time. So they have to do something now if they want to take advantage. And like I said, my buddy was doing those treat boxes. I took advantage. I ordered those things. I did not want to miss out on that great deal. I was already thinking about it. Once that was like, okay, I already knew I was going to buy it. So I kind of saved $30 that I didn't jump on it right away because I was going to buy it no matter what. But who doesn't want to save 30 bucks, right? So that's why it's great. That was one of the things that he could have done. Now, I knew about it because we're in the networking group. I'm on his email list and he's a good buddy. I want to see him successful, so I pay attention. But this would have been something great to do around ephemeral content, right? And so something to think about there if you're having some special offer. Now you can also do interactive polls and have any type of Q&A sessions within those 24 hours and share. And so this is a great way to engage. I always love saying that because that's one of the most important parts of those 3 activities that we've always talked about. Build an audience, engage an audience, sell an audience, engage an audience. So here you are, you're engaging your audience with interactive features like polls and quizzes and Q&A sessions on your ephemeral content platforms. It could be a Snap if it's a younger generation. It could be Instagram. It could be Facebook stories. It could be Twitter fleet, whatever it is. This is a great thing. But this not only encourages participation, but guess what else it does? It provides valuable insights into customer preferences and their interests. Right? So when they're taking action and they're doing this gives you an idea of the people that are liking and following your stuff and what they like or what they want. All right? This is a great way to know their interests. This is one of the ways to build that avatar of who you are trying to target, right? This will also help businesses like yours tailor, to your products and services in the right manner that you want them to. And so it's going to help you do that for your brand, right? And when you're doing this, you're getting to know them that much better. Stay with me. I have just a couple more here and then we are done. But I want to make sure you have a clear understanding of how you can use ephemeral content in your brand, in your business, all right? And when it comes to having that short moment, right? the influencer collaborations and takeovers when other people take over your channels. You've seen that done a lot of times where they're partnering with influencers or industry experts for ephemeral content takeovers, the 24-hour content where it can help help businesses reach new audiences, because when someone takes over your channel for 24 hours, guess what new eyeballs? That audience of that influencer taking over your channel. So that means new eyeballs on your product or service or brand itself. All right? Great way to reach more people. But that's what happens when you partner with influencers, or it doesn't have to be influencers like online influencers, right? It could be someone who just is a big wig in your industry, and you have the opportunity to let them take over your channel. And so this is great in order to reach new eyeballs, but also you get to tap into their they have all these followers that trust that brand. Now hey, if they're letting you take over, they must trust you too. I want to follow you. That must mean you have some credibility if they trust you. And so influencers, they can create engaging content that aligns with the brand's messaging, which is what's going to do what? It's going to drive brand awareness and, again, engagement. All right? And so another thing that you can do is event coverage. If you have an event coming up, I know a lot of I know some of my networking friends are going to watch this video. And this is great because I know a lot of them are having events that they are putting on, right? But if you're having any events or any live updates, guess what? Whether it's a product launch, it could be industry conference, it could be a community event, but businesses, your brand, you can use this ephemeral content to provide real-time coverage and updates. All right. And that real quickness. It could be live videos, photos, stories that give followers a glimpse into the event experience, what they're going to experience. I'm reminded off the top of my head right now of a friend, Diane Kettering. She does a lot of improv. She does a lot of, it's called Echo Cat. You should definitely check them out. She might be one we can definitely interview because I think that would be a great idea there. But she is someone who, like, she had a murder mystery. She does improv, she does events. She had a murder mystery and she did a quick live sharing, right? This would be something that particular live that we did, that I had done, that wasn't an ephemeral piece of content. It was a live, but at the same time, because she doesn't want to give too much ephemeral content, is perfect because she wants to give just the right amount to build attention, to build awareness to her brand, to her events. And she has a lot of events. She is a community leader, helping a lot of businesses bring Bond and Rapport together, and it's amazing. And so ephemeral content is perfect for that. But that's the real time coverage. This is what's going on right now. And what's that going to do? It's going to foster a sense of inclusivity, right? It's going to help people feel like they're a part of it, and it's going to build excitement. Because I can tell you, the last murder mystery that I went to, I believe it was a murder mystery. No, it wasn't a murder mystery. It was actually a true crime trivia. I loved it. It was amazing. I look forward to the next one, right? So she can easily be building up with a lot of this once it happens to build up for the next event, right? So that's a great way to use ephemeral content. And so the last one that I want to share with you as I wrap this up, this user generated content campaigns, all right? It's kind of a long-winded, few words there. But this is where you get to encourage user-generated content. By how? By inviting your followers to share their experience any type of experiences. I'm reminded of another business local to us, Hotworks, where a lot of people are always talking about their experiences. They're taking pictures up there. He can put together a little piece of content of their testimonials and boom, for 24 hours share those stories as to why other people should come check out Hotworks O'Fallon, right? Or Hotworks Wentzville, the locations that he owns. And so, with that, that's another great way where other people are talking about it. Other people are posting about it, right? And so he can easily invite his followers to share more experiences with your brand through ephemeral content. And so whether it's sharing, user testimonials, reviews, creative uses of the gym, or in your case, whatever product you're working, you're getting to harness user generated content. What's that going to do? The user generated content, it's going to add authenticity again and credibility to your brand. Other people are talking about it. All right? So keep that in mind when you're thinking about incorporating ephemeral, content into your marketing strategy, right? Let me know in the comments if you do use ephemeral content in your strategy, or will you use it now? Because it's short form stuff, right? It's not going to be long form content. But this is where you can create engaging, timely, memorable experiences that resonate with your audience and drive meaningful results to your brand for your brand. And guess what? It's going to build that know, like, and trust factor, right? When it comes to sales, when it comes to brand awareness, when it comes to your business, isn't that one of the most important things we want to do? We want to warm them up because at first they don't know about us, right? They're cold. We got to warm them up. How do you warm them up? Well, you give them great content that shows you are a problem solver. They have a problem you can solve. I'm reminded of another story. This e-bike company, we're in the market for an e-bike, right? When you start searching and searching, what happens on your Facebook profiles? You start getting ads from that company. And guess what? The company's building that know, like, and trust, and I haven't even bought the bike yet. The only thing that is keeping us is we want the right blue that my wife wants. All right. But they're creating this by warming me up, by buttering me up, by showing me great offers like a free battery. All right. Caught my attention. It's a $500 value. So when you have ephemeral content that builds that know, like, and trust factor, and they see you over and over in different realms, and this includes ephemeral content, you're building a powerful tool for driving user engagement across whatever platforms that you're using. And so it's important that you understand this unique feature and the advantages to each platform for you and your audiences. Okay, so businesses and creators can tailor their content strategies to effectively engage your audience and stay relevant in today's fast paced digital landscape. This is one of those ways to stay ahead of your competition and to help you stay with your audience. Because truth is, things change. What what favorite YouTuber you may have today may not be your favorite YouTuber tomorrow, right? I see it all the time. So it's key that you look for those different ways that you can keep touching base with your audience. And so, with that also being said, I want to know, please let me know in the comments. Let us know, do you use ephemeral content? If you do, share with us. Let us take a look at it. I would love to see what you're doing in your short form content, in your Instagram stories, in your Facebook stories, in your Twitter fleets. I would love to know. Snap, I won't be on Snap, so I can't really look at that. But I don't know. Kevin might be on Snap. But Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you got some value. But let us know in the comments. I want, I really want to know, Kevin. What do you think now? Do you have a better understanding? What was your biggest takeaway?
My biggest takeaway was I was already doing it.
Oh, and you probably didn't realize it.
I really didn't realize it because one of the things that I did, that I do quite often, is teasing upcoming events. Definitely use it for that kind of thing, and hadn't really thought about it as a specific sort of genre of content. It's just like I just want to tease an event that's coming up and just giving them a little behind the scenes of what's going on, that sort of thing. So that definitely was my biggest takeaway. Is like, hey, I'm already doing it as part of my marketing campaign. And like you were saying, including polls, that's an easy thing to do as well. Include your engagement with your audience to get that feedback and find out, okay, are they interested in this upcoming event or whatever content that you're providing? You're able to find out, yes, they are engaged, they are watching, they are doing stuff. With relation to what you're talking about. So that was sort of my biggest takeaway from it. But also had a couple other things. Was I really liked the point that you brought out about using sort of testimonials from other users as well, to create your own content, because yeah, that definitely brings the authenticity of your business and your content, and your products having more not relevance, but more proof that people like your product and like your service, and or it's not just you trying to promote it yourself. It's like it's a third party providing their positive feedback. So definitely that was something that caught my eye as well. um, and yeah, just doing short form content definitely does capture people's attention. So scrolling through your Snapchat, scrolling through your stories and your reels and everything through the various platforms, trying to get that eye catching, saying, it's putting a bug in their ear about something that is coming up. And so when you do sort of a bigger campaign, this is just sort of one small tool in your toolbox to be able to help promote and get people engaged and signed up for your events as well.
Awesome. Great feedback there. I definitely appreciate that. And that's where I feel like, more thank you, Selena. Selena is actually someone who I network with quite a bit, and she was sharing, we have not done these ephemeral posts yet, but I can see how they could be a neat addition. Thank you for the information. You're welcome, Selena, and I'm glad to talk about this even further. Now, she owns an office business, an office furniture business. So she shares a lot, and she gets these amazing deals from time to time that she's able to offer to more people. Ephemeral content would be great where it's like, hey, you only got 24 hours to act, and here is the code, or here's the way to get it. And that would be another phenomenal way to get you to use ephemeral content, that short form, like time sensitive fear of missing out, because her chairs definitely make our butts happy, and more people should know about that. So I think that it's key in all the different ways that we can use that to again get that engagement going with our audience. And so thank you for all that feedback. It looked like, thank you for sharing those. I should have shared the updates as you were sharing at the time. I didn't quite stay on top of that one. So
That's
there's a little delayed.
But it's for those that are also watching the replay too. It's like, oh, he's going to be talking about this. I may want to stick around and listen to what Manny has to say about these live updates and the user generated content.
Yes.
So,
So any other feedback before we wrap this up?
no, I do appreciate you going through all of this. I love the um, the concept of ephemeral, and yeah, it's building that fear of missing out. So hopefully they will subscribe and get you into their feed for future short form content as well. So
Uh,
definitely am going to be using it more. I know that I've done little bits of shorts here and there, but that is sort of the trend right now, is everybody wanting to get out and in front of all those eyeballs as much as they can right now.
Awesome. Well, with that being said, we will go ahead and close this out. My friends, I want to share with you another way that you can get better in this short form content with YouTube Remix. And I want to share with you a way that you can get some extra quick training on it. Dory did a training around YouTube Remix. Now, YouTube Remix is a feature that allows users to reimagine music videos and it opens up another way for creators to bring out that creative side and guess what? Increase engagement, which is why I picked this video as a way to help you to that next part of your journey if you are not already using YouTube Remix. It is more of a newer feature that a lot of people are not really utilizing, and we've talked about it a couple times on this channel. So I encourage you to go check out that. It's been about since March, almost a year when she put that video up, and it's titled Secrets to Growing Your Audience with YouTube's Remix feature, and it was streamed live on March 26th, 2023. And Kevin, I'm sure we'll go ahead and copy and paste that link down below. So make sure that you check it out.
And if you enjoy content like this and are finding it useful, we would love if you would like and subscribe. Sharing our content is also another great way of spreading the love. So, for more information, visit our website, and so you can find all the different ways that you can connect with us. And it's just over there at Linktree/content creators connect. We are on YouTube, Facebook, and X. So drop down in the comments and let us know the kind of content that you would like to see in the future.
My friends, thank you for joining Content Creators Connect, aka C3, tonight as you learned how Ephemeral is changing the way businesses use this to get engagement. We will return next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where Dory will be discussing how to simulcast horizontal and vertical video. That's exciting because there's been some great things going on in the streaming universe. We will be multicasting live to YouTube, Facebook, and X, so be sure to join us. Until then, we urge you to identify and lean into your 3 C's. Start today creating unique content that builds connections and breaks down those barriers. See you next week. Peace.
See ya!